Hey folks, thanks for stopping by again. Well, it's been another week of opening slash lockdown slash confusion slash. Let's get to the rundown. The briefings have returned.
I did, and you didn't respond, and now I'm calling on the young lady in the back, please.
I just wanted to let my colleague finish.
Okay.
Can I ask you
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And then they stopped. This is why we can't have nice things. Mike Tyson is back in training. Oh, I'm feeling a little woozy. Conspiracy theories are at an all-time high.
As the number of coronavirus cases increases in the United States, so too do internet scams and hoaxes.
Like this post that claims drinking fresh camel urine prevents coronavirus infection.
Singapore has a solution to maintain social distancing.
Introducing the latest social distancing enforcer, this robot.
That may be worse than the murder hornets. And Bryan Adams may not be Canadian after all.
Fat-eating, wet market, animal-selling, virus-making, greedy bastards. Those are the words Canadian music icon Bryan Adams used to describe the people he thinks are responsible for the spread of COVID-19.
Uh-oh. Somebody got a little uncomfortable. I'll discuss all that and more because this is the Now Normal. Welcome to the Now Normal. I, of course, am your host, Lamont Ferguson, and keep in mind, we sprung ahead an hour for all of this. Got the new set. It's just indoors, that's all it is. The coronavirus pandemic marches on, and with no foreseeable end in sight. People are starting to wonder, how did we really get to this point? No one seems to know. But fear not, global citizens, the internet is on the case, where conspiracy theories are at an all-time high.
This one claiming to be from a Stanford Hospital board member going viral, offering this self-test for people, telling them to hold your breath for more than 10 seconds, saying if they have no discomfort, that basically indicates no infection.
Facebook said it pulled the video because it claimed wearing masks could make people sick. Online COVID-19 conspiracy theories have targeted not just Dr. Anthony Fauci, but philanthropist Bill Gates as well.
Theory that COVID-19 may have originated in a nearby Wuhan Center for Disease Control or the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
That somebody encountered a bat infected with a novel coronavirus that also had the capability of infecting humans.
The conspiracy theories linking coronavirus to 5G.
It lowers your immunity and runs people down.
5G is a weapon.
The press was covering their hoax of the day because they thought it would bring down the president. The reason you're saying so much attention to it today is that they think this is going to be what brings down the president. That's what this is all about.
From the absurd, the idea of like you're supposed to drink urine, cow urine to cure the disease, cocaine.
It's not true and raises the question, who actually believes this stuff?
If only I had invested in conspiracy theories when I had the chance. It seems as if everyone is out to get, well, everyone. So the entire world conspired to not re-elect Donald Trump? The world. The entire world. Okay? I can understand if a few countries, let's say, for example, I don't know, this one. But the entire world? The world. It's very Trump, isn't it? The ego. It's going to take the world to take me down. If the world is against you, I'm going to say, brother, that may be on you. That the world is in on it saying, you might just be a dick. I'm just saying. You know the great thing about conspiracy theories is that there's always twists and turns, surprises at every corner. It never disappoints. The hero never who you thought it was going to be. In Plandemic, the villains turned out to be Bill Gates and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Who saw that coming? Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci are the villains. So Bill Gates, who has all the money in the world, all of it, he's got all the money. Because you're typing, hey, you got to stop this, and you're using Bill Gates stuff, Windows and other stuff. He's got all the money, but he wants more of all the money and more control, and he's going to put a chip in you because he controls the viruses and the vaccine to the viruses. Okay? And Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's he went to school. For all these years, dude went to school to learn stuff, to know stuff. Now he's the villain. You know why? For knowing stuff. By that same line of thinking, the 5G conspiracy theorists, the ones who have linked the coronavirus to the installation of 5G cell towers, are now looking at Paul Marcarelli. The Can You Hear Me Now guy? And then he became the Sprint guy? Come on, Paul. Spokesperson for two companies? Two companies, Paul? Come on. We see you. We see you, Paul. It makes you wonder just how so many people believe in conspiracy theories. That seems so outlandish. But the big ugly secret that America's been hiding for decades is that this country is full of D students. Yeah, we'd really like to believe that we're a country full of the best and brightest minds ever assembled, but we're not. We're not. And the most disturbing part about it is, we're the only country in the world that doesn't know this. We're like that one member of the family that everyone is super encouraging to. They hang all our artwork on the fridge, even if it's not fridge worthy. Even if it's just our initials. Look, USA. Oh, look, USA. That's so nice, America. Put that right on the fridge. Good job, America. Good job. The truth of the matter is, America is a victim of its youth. In the grand scale of existence, America's very young. England is close to 1,100 years old. And France is over 1,500 years old. And we won't even get into Japan and Portugal. Those two countries are so old that even Greece looks at them and goes, damn, them motherfuckers is old. America, we're like a teenager. We're full of hormones that we have no idea how to handle. We got facial hair, but it's patchy and sporadic. We refuse to shave it because we're not sure it'll grow back. We're short-tempered. There's a lot of bravado and testosterone with America. We walk around with our chest out, expect everyone to get out of our way. We're always looking for a fight. And if we think another country's even looked at us wrong, what? Oh, you want to go? You want to go? You want to go, bro? Oh, I'm right here. Matter of fact, I believe that should be our motto. America, you want to go, bro? That's America. We're like a parent from the 1920s. We'd rather be feared than respected. America does not apologize. When we're right, we're right. And when we're wrong, we just weren't right then. Even when America does apologize, it sounds like Arthur Fonzarelli in Happy Days.
I was rude. I was not exactly right.
So other countries, you can just sit on it. When you see all the possible conspiracies, most people sit around yelling, how can anyone believe this? I say, how can anyone not believe that people wouldn't believe this? I know that sounds confusing. And you know why? Obamagate. That's why. Come on, is it really hard to see why people believe in so many conspiracies? Look at our television shows. Survivor is in its 429th season. The Bachelor is an hour each week of women crying because they thought the guy they just met was the one. And have you seen 90 Day Fiancé? It's where an American meets a non-US citizen, then has 90 days to marry them. And then years later, they go on to become president of the United States of America. And by the way, that 90 Day Fiancé show just finished its 7th season. 7 seasons. And I've watched all 7 seasons because it's quarantine. And I've watched everything. I've seen everything that's ever been recorded. Yesterday, I started on my VHS collection. Next week, I'll be asking neighbors for their Ring doorbell video footage. When is this going to end? And you're surprised that people believe in conspiracy theories? You know what network that show is on? TLC, the Learning Channel. Because in America, that's educational. The protests throughout the country have continued to grow. The demand for the country to reopen is becoming overwhelming. People want to get back to work. People need to pay their bills, but most of all, people want to work out.
Here we see the push-ups. This is part of the demonstration that they have been doing here, buddy. Here outside of the Clearwater Courthouse, doing push-ups here.
So to protest, they're doing the thing that they want to do in protest? We demand to work out. So we're going to show you by working out. It reminds me of that teacher strike where the teachers just started holding class on the picket lines. Seems to me if you attend 5 protests a week, you'd get a lot of gym work done and no membership fees. Speaking of working out, Mike Tyson is back in training. Oh, that is the scariest 53-year-old man on the planet. I had to take a standing 8 count just from watching the video. Mike Tyson says that when he was fighting in his prime, he had a lot of demons and that he didn't even really care for boxing. Can you imagine stepping in the ring now with Mike Tyson now that he enjoys hitting people? Not for all the money in the world. It will be no surprise that social distancing should be a shoo-in for the word of the year. That is, if we ever make it out of this year. Social distancing is one of those things that people are either doing or not doing. And Singapore has taken enforcing it to a 2020 level.
Spot is a 4-legged machine being deployed in parks in Singapore. The robo-dog is armed with a camera, sensors, and a speaker. Its mission, to seek out groups of people who are violating social distancing recommendations, and to remind them to cut it out.
For those around you, please stand at least 1 meter apart. Thank you.
Have we not seen enough movies about this? I, Robot, The Terminator, The Matrix, Her, Weird Science. This is not going to end well. I like the idea that they use a polite feminine voice for the dog. That's the key. Yeah, you make something very frightening, like a robot dog, then give it a very sweet voice, which only makes it even scarier. Remember 2001, A Space Odyssey? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Yeah, that's a scary voice. Too measured, too polite. I'm so sorry. You'll have to step back 2 more feet. Otherwise, I'll have no other choice but to activate my lasers. If we've learned anything, it's do not trust AI with polite, nice voices. The final story for this episode of The Now Normal features a Canadian having a really bad week.
Chinese Canadian groups are reacting this morning, calling a social media post by Bryan Adams racist. Last night, Adams posted a song and a profane post saying, in part, Tonight was supposed to be the beginning of a tendency of gigs at the Royal Albert Hall, but thanks to some expletive, bat-eating, wet market, animal-selling, virus-making, greedy expletive, the whole world is now on hold. Adams goes on to urge people to go vegan. We should note there is no proof COVID-19 is human-made and that police in Canada are already reporting a sharp increase in anti-Asian hate crimes. The reaction to the post have been swift. One person saying, challenging times can bring out the worst in some. Unfortunately, here is Bryan Adams in hateful true color. NDP MP Charlie Angus weighed in, tweeting, poor Bryan Adams, the biggest pandemic in a century, a disease that has taken the lives of so many good people, has messed with his gig, and he is cranky.
Adams today apologized for the remarks and said he was only using his platform to promote veganism. But Chinese Canadians say that Adams was trotting out tired old stereotypes about East Asians.
Wow. Are we sure he's Canadian? That may be the most American thing to come out of Canada since the invention of basketball. When I saw the phrase Bryan Adams is trending on social media, my first thought was, oh my goodness, Bryan Adams has invented a time machine and now it's 1987. As a man who is very connected to Canada, I'm finding it hard to wrap my head around this. The only thing I can think is, dude's been away from Canada way too long. His apology claimed he was just using his platform to protest animal cruelty and to promote a vegan lifestyle. So I guess the racism was just a bonus track. Now I know the typical comedy thing some of you expect me to do right now is to tell a joke that consists of Bryan Adams song titles, telling you how to his fans this cuts like a knife, or how Summer of '69 actually refers to Szechuan beef with bamboo shoots, but I won't. This show is above that. I'm going to take this time to have a heart-to-heart chat with Bryan Adams. Hey, mister. I know. You fucked up. You let it get to you, and you lashed out. You got uncomfortable. I know. We know. But you're Canadian. You're better than this. You need to get back to your Canadian roots. And I don't mean the store, but that won't hurt. Get in there. You get yourself a Roots jacket, a Roots t-shirt so you can remember where you came from. Go back to your birthplace of Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Take a walk down Princess Street. Pop into a giant Tiger and pick up a watermelon and a pair of suspenders. It'll come back to you. Or perhaps go to where you grew up in Ottawa. Take a stroll along the canal and reflect. Or if you're really feeling rebellious, perhaps walk down Bank Street on a Sunday while eating ice cream. It's against the law. That'll stick it to the man. But this crazy diatribe isn't helping anyone, Bryan. The Chinese community in Canada is upset. They're disappointed, and the rest of us are shocked. Because who knew so many Chinese people listen to Bryan Adams? We all knew. That's who. So please listen to me and get back to your tolerant Canadian upbringing. Go out on an apology tour and make this right. Oh, and Bryan, maybe try a burger. And that is all the show I have for you this week. And as always, there were things that I didn't have time to talk about. Like, there are no sports, and yet local sports anchors still have a job. There are no sports. None. Yet every day, we go to the dude with sports. I don't understand that. It should be like, let's go to Mike with sports. Mike? Yep. Still nothing. Back to you. Instead, my SportsCenter feed is filled with things like this. I'd still take that over fighting Mike Tyson. Until next time, I'm Lamont Ferguson. This is the Now Normal. Thanks for tuning in.